After some time with Roborock S7 MaxV, I want to speak about pros and cons regarding its navigation system and advanced TOF camera on the front with object recognition and so on. A Roborock name for their advanced object recognition is Reactive AI 2.0, Obstacle Avoidance. It is a great addition and feature, but it is not perfect. You will probably think that when you buy a device like this, it will just work out of the box, which is not correct. There is a needed time for you to teach your robot, depending of your home and what you have inside of your home, composition of obstacles and so on. So you will need some time to teach it what it needs to avoid and what not. This is not a big problem. I mean, it is always better to have this feature than not to have. Because when you have a simple robot which doesn't have advanced obstacle avoidance system, you can't teach it what to do and what not to do. So to simplify things, I will show you the pros and cons of this system and what really was annoying me at the beginning until I realized what I need to do to overcome them. This is map of my apartment, and as you can see, you get these small icons which are basically the pictures of obstacle which robot recognize and avoids them. It will take the picture and you will have an option to see that picture. This is cool. This is cool, but it has its problems. First of all, in this case here, it avoided my light holder tripod. And when it avoids it, actually it makes huge circle around it. In this case, it basically avoided it completely, but it didn't clean the spaces, which is able to clean if it goes around those legs. This is annoying. Also, we have case here with my chair. It avoided the wheels, which is also annoying because the circle is too big, and my other robots, let's say a Roborock S7 or a Roidme Eva, will go the tight possible path around the chair and basically clean majority of places which are reachable physically by a robot. In this case, it will not do that. It will avoid it. Here what we have is also a tripod. It avoided it. This is a small table here. It cleaned it really tightly around the legs. Here we have a scale, body weight scale. Basically, it didn't go near it because it detected it. It is correct. Yes, it is body weight scale, but because of it, it didn't go behind the door. And we have a huge spot which isn't cleaned. We have here shoes, detected, relatively cleaned around them. Here we have, I think it is also the chair or something like that. For some reason it doesn't show it. We have a cable here. And the major problem which I had here, and I still have it, is my bar chairs. As you can see, they have that huge circle around them. It detects them and avoids them. My other robots will go on top of it and just clean it around. It will be a bit wobbly, but it will finish the job. The problem here is that basically those chairs will block entrance under the table, and we have a huge spot here in the room which is not clean, because this is the only place in this situation where the robot have a physical path to enter under the table. I have 3 these bar chairs, and for each of them I need to do this: to click on obstacle, select it, and choose no need to avoid, ignore. You will get a prompt which will tell you blah blah blah, 1 2 3, you need to select OK, and successful operation. Now the robot will ignore this chair, at least it should. Here we have this is a coffee table from IKEA, small coffee table, really not a huge problem. It can go around it and clean it. For some reason it detected it as something which it needs to avoid. So I manually need to give a robot the command to ignore that and just do a normal around it cleaning. Successful operation. Great. Also, there is the chair from IKEA also. I already a few times provided a command for robot to ignore this, because it is relatively big chair, and if it completely ignore it, it basically blocks the path to other part of the room. So there is a lot of these things which needs. So I again have here. Now it shows me a second bar stool chair. I don't know why it appeared again. And I'm not sure how much time I need to do this. I'm not sure if this is a software bug or something like that, but I hope that at some point it will stop to annoy me with this redetection of obstacles which I already marked as not important to avoid in that huge circle. To go further with reactive AI obstacle avoidance, I had a really big problem. A robot refused to go in upper part of the room, no matter what I did. If I reselect everything to be ignored here, it just didn't want to go and clean like 30% of this room. So in this section I turned off AI environment recognition, which basically allowed the robot to recommend cleaning modes to you based on the floor type and furniture. I don't know why this had importance for me, because I have a laminate floor in my apartment, and this less collision mode. Foresee walls and furniture in advance to reduce the frontal collision. It may cause missed scanning in some narrow spaces. Maybe this was the problem, because my apartment is not that much big and I have a lot of furniture, small furniture in that room, and maybe this was the problem. So I turned it off, and after that I had a complete cleaning in this upper part. Or maybe the problem was because it was detecting that IKEA chair, and with obstacle detected, it avoided it completely, and because it avoids it completely with a lot of gaps on all sides, it didn't want to go in that part. I really hope performance really improved after few cleans when I was selecting here and there, ignore this, ignore that. But to be honest, it is a bit annoying to do that. Yes, it is great because it can detect shoes and cables. This is really a big thing because you don't need to remove everything from the floor every time when you start the cleaning. So for me, it is natural to have this learning curve. It really helps for a robot to adapt to your space and have a lot of flexibility, what you can leave and don't think about it, that you need to move or clean, or just imagine how much time it happened to you when you come back home and realize that your robot stuck in the cables, or just close the door because it didn't detect it good enough. So for Roborock S7 MaxV, this is summarization of functionality of its object detection. It is really advanced. I see that they really did a good job with software. There is a lot of space for improvements, and I really don't doubt in Roborock that they will improve over time. I already had a few software updates. So over time it will be a lot better, and I really hope that over time with my feedbacks to the software in the app, it will just be on the autopilot, and the robot will know what to do and when. I really hope you enjoyed watching. If you have any question, leave it down in the comment box. Don't hesitate to ask anything. Please consider to subscribe. It will really help me on the long run. And until next time, see ya.